This is Unleash Your Inner Legend, a podcast featuring modern-day legends sharing their life choices, habits, and routines that got them to where they are today. Get ready to be inspired and to take massive action to unleash your inner legend.
It's Holly here, and I wanted to share with you guys a story that I've been wanting to share for quite some time, but just trying to have all the pieces of the puzzle and then putting it together. But lately, it's been coming like more and more clear. So if you guys are anything like me when it comes to business, you kind of want to keep it super professional and you almost want to hide behind a logo or hide behind the company name. And let me just tell you guys this right now, just from personal experience, you're doing a disservice not only to yourself, not only to your company, but to your clients. And let me tell you why. Because in this modern day and age, you're going to see a lot of brand humanization. And what that is like you're getting away from the whole corporate feel. You're getting more and more into like you've seen the CEOs being active on social media. You're seeing these small business owners really pour themselves into their company publicly. And it's working because people want to do business with people. I mean, I know it sounds so simple, but they don't want to, they want to know the face behind the company. They want to know your core values. They want to know your passion. They want to know what you stand for. And for the longest time, you guys, I always hid behind a logo. I always hid behind, photos of the product or, trying to find stock photos if possible to kind of hide behind because I thought that'd be more professional and I didn't want the spotlight on me. I know that sounds super crazy as a marketer, but that's just how I was living life. And I've always kind of, embraced the whole I'm the behind the scenes kind of girl, fly underneath the radar. And it really didn't click until recently that going back and connecting the dots, I was like, wait a minute. Like that was just some BS story I was telling myself. And let me tell you why I was thinking this way. So growing up, I just hated attention. I hated attention. I mean, till this day, it still makes me cringe when people know my name. Sounds so silly, I know, but growing up, I was the fourth child to a single mother. And my mom, she did the absolute best that she could with the things that she was giving. Unfortunately, without a father in the picture and things and support, sometimes we had to go without, and that was including like new school clothes and things like that. And the very first time I can think of getting attention, and you guys are going to laugh at me at this, but there was this boy in first grade that I thought he was a little cute, and I wanted to go up and talk to him and say, hi, I'm Holly, and I think you're cute. Obviously, I didn't do that, so I was just trying to do things for like attention, try to get his attention, be goofy, play tag, whatever. And I remember the day he took notice of me was the day my mindset really shifted. And it was the day he asked me why I wore the same pair of jeans every day to school. And I'll be honest with you guys, I, played it cool. And I was like, because they're my favorite jeans, of course. But my favorite jeans were my only pair of jeans that I had. So like that was the only pair of pants that I could only physically wear to school. And from that time, like the moment he said that to me, and I know he wasn't trying to be like, mean or bully. He was just simply asking a question. I mean, kids are curious. But I remember my stomach, it felt like somebody had kicked me in my stomach. I just got knots in my stomach. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is what I never want to feel again. I never want to feel attention again. So like I already had that in my back of my mind. And then just, things like that would happen over and over again. Like there's another classic example. We were going to church on a Sunday in our small town, and we were stopped at the door before we could even walk in, my mom and my sisters, my brother. And the pastor had said, unfortunately, we couldn't attend service because our clothes wasn't nice enough. Again, you guys, like this is the tension. I'm like, okay, whatever you do, Holly, this is just confirmation to just don't get attention from people because it always tends to be negative. And, I kind of embraced the whole, like, I'm just behind the scenes. I don't want the spotlight on me. I don't want this happening. So, I took jobs that like I had me behind the scenes or, doing cool stuff where I wasn't necessarily being showcased. And which was great. I love the people that I worked with, still have great friendships today because of the jobs that I had. However, when I started, my own company, and I start being around all these other, like-minded businesswomen, businessmen, and seeing how they were marketing themselves. And when I hired a e-commerce coach, he had told me, he's like, what are you doing differently than Amazon? Because at the time I had a boutique, and, thinking like, okay, well, there's only one Hollie. And I think that was the moment when I realized, like, as an adult, like, okay, like, you're not that scared first grader anymore. Like, you have control when it comes to marketing and personal branding. You have that control of what message you want to put out there. And so from that moment on, I have been dedicated to dialing in my personal branding. And for those who are listening in, personal branding is literally the collision of, it's an effective, unique mix of your uniqueness, like what you stand for, who you are as a person, combined with your professional skills. That's personal branding. So I am so excited, you guys, to help people like myself, help people like you guys that maybe are afraid to jump out there because of whatever limiting beliefs you're holding on to. I'm so excited that I'm putting together a personal branding kit so that you guys have the confidence, the tools needed to really put yourself out there and stop hiding behind a logo and stop hiding behind your company. Stay tuned. I cannot wait for this to come. You guys will be the first people to know when it hits. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Unleash Your Inner Legend. For more inspiration, make sure to subscribe by going to unleashyourinnerlegend.com. We'll see you guys next week.